Alright everyone, let's talk about how Roblox went from being the ultimate sandbox of imagination to one of the most monetized ecosystems in gaming history. Once upon a time, Roblox was about creating, experimenting and sharing ideas without worrying about profit. It was raw, weird, and beautifully imperfect. Anyone with an old laptop and a little curiosity could open Roblox Studio, drag a few bricks around, and make something completely their own. There were no barriers, no paid access models, no professional-grade expectations. The power of Roblox came from the fact that its most popular games were built by people who were not trying to make money, but to make something fun. It was pure creativity, born from chaos and curiosity. But somewhere along the way, the company realized something: creativity does not scale, but monetization does. And that realization changed everything. The shift started slowly. First came the introduction of developer products and game passes. On the surface, they seemed harmless, a way for creators to earn a little Robux from their effort. It felt fair at first. You made a cool game and people could support you. But it did not stop there. Suddenly, more and more core experiences were being redesigned around spending. The incentive changed from make something cool to make something profitable. Roblox started rewarding not creativity but conversion. The front page became a marketplace and players became customers. The same company that once bragged about empowering young creators began quietly building a system that locked creativity behind Robux, premium subscriptions, and hidden developer fees. The dream of open creation slowly turned into a business model. Look at user-generated content. When it first launched, people thought it would be the golden age of customization, a way for players to finally express themselves. But instead of democratizing creativity, Roblox turned it into an exclusive club. To upload a single hat or accessory, you have to pay for a submission fee, pass a quality review, and in many cases get accepted into the closed UGC program. It is not an open creative field anymore, it is a gated marketplace. A small circle of verified creators now control what goes on sale, and they profit from every single purchase. It is not imagination driving the platform now, it is supply and demand. You no longer design for fun, you design for trends, you design for what will sell the fastest. That is not creativity, that is commerce. The same thing happened with avatar customization. Once upon a time, you could make your own look with free parts and simple textures. There was something charming about those blocky, minimalistic avatars running around in games like Natural Disaster Survival or Work at a Pizza Place. You did not need layered clothing, dynamic hair, or facial animations to feel unique. But now, every inch of your identity on Roblox is tied to spending. Want to stand out? You need limiteds. You need layered outfits. You need premium-only accessories. Roblox took the concept of self-expression and slowly turned it into a fashion industry. The catalog, once full of quirky free community items, is now a rotating storefront for high-priced cosmetics. Even basic customization is filled with pressure. Buy to look better, buy to fit in, buy to be seen. And it does not stop at avatars. Even the tools used to create on Roblox are becoming paywalled. To publish certain games, to use certain plugins, or to access certain development resources, you need premium. Some of the most powerful tools in Roblox Studio now come from third-party creators who charge Robux for their plugins. You are not learning creativity anymore, you are licensing it. The very act of building a game which was once free and intuitive, now feels like assembling something inside a microtransaction economy. Roblox used to hand you a hammer and say, "Build whatever you want." Now it hands you a store and says, "Buy the parts first." But the most painful shift is cultural. When you talk to older players or developers who grew up on early Roblox, they all say the same thing. It used to feel like a community. People built for the joy of seeing others play their creations. Games like Build to Survive, Sword Fights on the Heights, or Catalog Heaven existed because someone thought, hey, this would be fun. Nobody cared about profit margins or analytics dashboards. There was no obsession with engagement time or retention rates. Now every developer is trained to think like a marketer. You open Roblox Studio and the tutorials teach you how to optimize your monetization funnel. That sentence alone tells you how far we have drifted from the original spirit of the platform. Imagination has been replaced with strategy. Wonder has been replaced with data. Even Roblox's updates themselves reflect that shift. Look at layered clothing, dynamic heads, the creator marketplace, the premium subscription system. All of it revolves around monetization loops. The more you spend, the more the algorithm favors you. Games with higher monetization rates are promoted more heavily on the Discover page. The cycle feeds itself. If you want visibility, you have to design for profit, not for creativity. And so originality dies quietly, drowned under a sea of cloned simulators, sponsored events, and corporate collaborations. Roblox figured out that it does not need to nurture creativity when it can simply brand it. Creativity used to belong to the players, now it belongs to the shareholders. And yet, the tragedy of all this is that Roblox still markets itself as the platform of imagination. They still show children building castles and inventing games in their commercials, even though the actual tools of creation are slowly slipping out of reach for anyone without money or connections. They still pretend this is a playground for creativity, when in reality it has become a theme park, where every ride has a price and every ticket is non-refundable. The irony is painful. Roblox built its empire on the free creativity of its players, and now it charges them to keep the lights on. You can see this shift even in the smallest details. When you join a new game today, you are greeted not by a simple play button, but by a wall of prompts, premium boosts, exclusive pets, pay-to-skip options, event passes. The games are louder, flashier, and more polished, but they have lost their soul. They feel like products, not playgrounds. Even the sound design has changed. The silence that used to define Roblox's weird charm has been replaced with constant pop-ups and jingles for in-game purchases. It is sensory overload, not creativity. Everything about the platform screams one message: keep spending, keep grinding, keep paying. And yet, buried under all that noise, you can still find small developers making magic. They are harder to find now, buried under layers of algorithmic nonsense, but they are still there. Tiny studios, solo creators, and passionate teenagers building something strange and beautiful in their free time, refusing to follow the rules. They remind us what Roblox used to be: a blank canvas, not a storefront. These are the creators who deserve the spotlight, the ones who still make games because they love the process, not the profit. So, what went wrong? Roblox grew up, but it grew in the wrong direction. It became more professional but less personal, more profitable but less passionate. It traded its soul for sustainability. The company saw how much money could be made and built an entire infrastructure around extracting it rather than inspiring it. And maybe that is the cost of success. Maybe Roblox could never have stayed small and pure forever. But what hurts is how completely it forgot what made it special in the first place. Roblox was supposed to be a place where anyone could create. Now it feels like a place where anyone can buy. The line between imagination and monetization has blurred to the point where most players cannot tell the difference anymore. And until that changes, Roblox will keep pretending it is about creativity while quietly charging for the privilege of participating in it. So next time you load into a new game, look past the shiny icons and the premium buttons. Look for the small details, the weird, the imperfect, the human touch, because that is where real creativity still lives. It is not gone yet, just buried beneath layers of monetized polish. And maybe, just maybe, if enough players start valuing creativity over cosmetics, Roblox will remember what made it magical in the first place: a world built not on money but on imagination.